You're watching Business Access TV.
Business Access.
Business Access.
Business Access.
Business Access.
You are watching Business Access TV.
Business Access TV.
Serious about business.
Serious about business.
Business Access TV is here in Trinidad and Tobago for the third staging of the Jamaica Observer Table Talk Food Awards. From street food to fine dining, Trinidad and Tobago has many offerings for the eclectic palate. I'm your host, Amita Prasad Webb. Stay tuned.
Food is part of our culture. You can't talk about Trinidad and Tobago to some people, start talking about doubles and roti. You walk into the airport, you say, the biggest signs about a roti shop. It's part of our culture and part that we must embrace and be proud of. We're always happy to watch the many food shows from North America. But we take special pride when someone from the Caribbean, whether it's Jamaica, Trinidad, or wherever, who go on there and master their food preparation and bring our culture to that level. That's what these food awards are about.
Food, like language, exists as a vehicle for experiencing and expressing culture. It has the power of being both a biological necessity. Yes, we have to eat, and I put on the pounds from Christmas. But as well, it's really deeply symbolic of our cultural artifact, one that connects us to one another on several levels. Thus, we find it agreeable to say that food is a mechanism for expressing identity that also has a social purpose. Food is almost always shared. People eat together, meal times, events, the whole family and friends come together in our living rooms or villages, and we just come together to share. These two characteristics of food are what makes the Table Talk Food Awards so successful and has brought it to the forefront, the cultural and the social aspects of food here in the Caribbean. That is why Scotiabank has supported this initiative both here in Trinidad and Tobago and also in Jamaica where it started. Trinidad and Tobago possesses a very rich and varied history, and we here at Scotiabank have been proud to be a part of that history for over 62 years and for 127 years in the Caribbean, continuously.
Here we go. The nominees in the category Best Breakfast Restaurants. Here are the nominees: Riley's, Diane's Tea Shop, Adam's Bagel, G-Spot Food Truck, Pesh Patisserie, The Canvas, Nicosa Restaurant, Bakery and Desserts, Crave Restaurant, Izzy's Restaurant and Bar, The Original House of Pancakes, Pembroke Restaurant and Terrace at the Magdalena Grand Beach Resort. Those are the nominees in the category Best Breakfast Restaurants. And the award this evening goes to Adam's Bagel.
Talk to me about your eatery.
Well, it's very casual. It's been around for 25 years. We focus a lot on some local stuff like the buljaws, the black puddings, akra. On Fridays we have an Indian breakfast. We call it chuka and sada. Yeah, we have a lot of it. We have fish and bake. Now, aside from that, we have all the international things: the omelets, the pancakes, French toast, that kind of thing. Breakfast, lunch, and tea.
What are your thoughts on the Table Talk Food Awards?
I think it's an incredible idea. I think it's an awesome function. Now we're going to put up my 3 plaques and advertise Table Talk Awards and create a little competition. I think competition is good. makes you stay on your toes.
So now that you're the winner of the best breakfast and best pastries, what's next for Adam's Bagels?
I'm not sure. My kids are graduating from college in a couple of years, and my son has a lot of ideas, but we're not sure what's happening. But we're going to be around for a long time, definitely.
Congratulations and enjoy.
Thank you very, very much.
The winner this evening, Best Brunch, Crave Restaurant.
Talk to us about your award tonight.
Well, our award speaks for itself. You know, we simply a team that put God's first before everything that we do, and the award speaks for itself. You know, we put a lot of emphasis on the offering that we do. We justify the quality and the offering by what we offer, and we ensure that customers have the best experience.
It's your second time winning Best Brunch. How do you keep it consistent? Because I mean, I'm sure the competition gets even more each and every year.
I have a great team, you know, a wonderful team, from my kitchen staff as well as my front of the house team. They're phenomenal, you know, and we do it simply by being focused, a lot of planning, and putting God first. That's our secret.
And the award, Best Coffee Tea Experience, goes to Diane's Tea Shop. Okay, Best Desserts at a restaurant, cafe. And the winner is AIOLI Restaurant. And the award for Best Sushi at a Restaurant goes to the Sushi Bar at the HYATT Regency. And the award for the Best Wine Experience goes to Tobago, La Taratuga.
So you're a winner tonight. Talk to me about that.
Why, thank you. I'm actually representing the winner, who is Gabriele De Gaetano, and his late wife, who's my cousin, Andrea Xavier De Gaetano.
Talk to me about the eatery.
Okay, so the eatery was started about 25 years ago. It's a love story, really. My cousin, and she's came from Trinidad, and my cousin-in-law, Gabriele, he's Italian, and they met in New York. The love began there, and there was a mutual love of food. They moved to Tobago, and they went against all odds. They started that restaurant in a living room in Tobago, and they started it during one of our worst recessions, and that was in the 1980s. It was the first Italian restaurant in Tobago, and everybody said, that ain't gonna work. And they made it work. They rode around on a scooter, they did everything by hand, and they still do it. It's all about family, it's all about love, and now their children, one is in Western University in Canada, the other one has stayed in Tobago, and it's all about food. They study management, human resource management, work in restaurants, do everything from cooking to mopping the floors, etc., etc. And it really is also, you know, vacations are also based on food. They go to Italy, they go on food vacations, and they source new recipes. They consult with families, including Gabriele's family especially, about traditional recipes, and what they serve is basically love on a plate, right? It's all about the home goodness, home cooked goodness on the plates, but with a flair. And it's like a most unexpected oasis, even, you know, in Tobago.
The winner this year of the Restaurant of the Year is AIOLI Restaurant.
So you're a winner of Best Restaurant of the Year, the Table Talk Food Awards. Congratulations. Talk to me about that.
Thank you. Well, being Restaurant of the Year is really a lot of hard work for the last 3 years that I've went in, and now we're very proud and humbled to accept this award. I just want to say that everybody at AIOLI who has contributed towards this, I want to say a special thanks to you all, my staff, my parents, my family, because really and truly it just shows that hard work does pay off and nothing really happens before it's time. So persistence and also being able to wait and be patient is a huge thing. So I just want to...
This is not your first year being a part of the Table Talk Food Awards. What are your thoughts on, you know, its growth over the past 3 years here in Trinidad and Tobago?
I think this has become a fantastic thing. It's really nice to have Novia and the whole Jamaican Observer team come across and be able to host them. I welcome them with open arms. You know, they really know a lot about food, and I support their vision in being able to go around and travel and bring a better bar and a better standard of not only food, but what people are looking for to grow in the Caribbean into food. And it really warms me, because coming from a society where I lived in France and I lived in Italy and being so exposed to different types of food and cuisine throughout the world, it's nice to come back home and see us opening more to other cultures and other styles of cuisine as well, and appreciate other people's food.
The Chef of the Year, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Pierre Le Béhan of Zazou Bistro Moderne.
So you're the Chef of the Year for the Table Talk Food Awards 2017. Your thoughts?
Well, I'm very glad. Especially it's the second time in a row. So it's a high recognition for the work we do in the kitchen, not only me and my staff, you know, for the work we do in the kitchen. Now you know, reaching is one thing, keeping the standard is another thing. So now the real work starts, you know, trying to keep the standards and stay as good as we are, at least in next year. You know.
So talking about standards, does that mean you're going to put in extra effort, more elbow grease this time around for the third year in a row?
Not necessarily extra effort, at least the same effort, you know, and try to better ourselves. Yeah, of course. You can very quickly become complacent, you know. So you have to be very careful of not becoming complacent and live on your own glory, you know, and move forward. You have to move forward.
What are your thoughts on the Table Talk Food Awards here in Trinidad and Tobago, the third staging?
It's always nice. You know, it's the opportunity to see a lot of chefs. Usually I don't have much time to see because we're all busy, you know. So we all catch each other, and there's no really jealousy and envy, and we all happy for each other, you know. And I think that's a good thing. You know? So it's a good atmosphere, a very good ambience.
The Chairman's Award this evening goes to Chef Deborah Sardina-Lativier. Congratulations, Deborah.
Let's take a break. More of the Table Talk Food Awards here in Trinidad and Tobago when we return. Welcome back to the Jamaica Observer Table Talk Food Awards here in Trinidad and Tobago.
We are a juice bar, juice company. We have fresh fruits and vegetable juices, smoothies, salads, acai bowls. We really bring in all the clean, healthy options to the people of Trinidad and giving them food and drinks that they can trust. They know exactly what's in it, and it's all feeding yourselves and living a healthy, natural lifestyle. This is the first time that we're here, but amazing atmosphere, so much great food, drinks, really nice vibes. We're enjoying it.
Have you had any food?
Yes.
Any favorites?
The sushi was amazing. The veggie sushi was on.
We are just honored to be nominated and to be known and, you know, appreciated, and it's great. It's amazing.
Well, good luck, ladies, and thank you.
Thank you.
Talk to me about your experience with the Table Talk Food Awards.
Well, it's lovely. I'm used to it in Jamaica on a larger scale, but it's good that it's coming over here and we're trying to incorporate a little Jamaican vibe into the Trini people. So it's good. It's really good.
So all the awards have been given out. Any favorites tonight?
Well, there is one particular restaurant that I did not hear that is one of my favorites, so I need to find a way to get her on the list. It's called Melange. It's a really, really amazing restaurant here in Trinidad, so hopefully next year we can get them in the running.
Is this your first year here at the Table Talk Food Awards?
Yes, it's the first year.
And your thoughts?
Interesting. What is nice about it is there is a cross-section of almost every significant restaurant, you know, and there's a nice range of cuisine. Although I don't see, let's say, my Indian people represented, but maybe that's a reason for that.
Any favorite restaurants won tonight?
My favorite restaurant is AIOLI, which won 3 awards. and I'm partial to them because both the father and the son are past students of mine.
You are a judge here tonight. Talk to me about the process.
Oh, it was a very interesting process, very long. We judged many things from food to coffee to tea, wine. It was very detailed. It involved a lot of tasting, but it was more about not just tasting food, but the etiquette around the culinary, I guess, sector, as well as things as how clean is a bathroom. It involved things as simple as that, you know, going to a restaurant because it's the experience in totality. So it's not just the taste of the food, and that was unique for me because I came in as a judge thinking, okay, I have to go around tasting food, and it was unique for me because I'm vegetarian. So I didn't eat the meat dishes. For me, I judge the restaurants on what their menus, how their menus accommodated for pescatarians and vegetarians. And that was unique for me. Very exciting as well. And we got very creative with, you know, the tasting of the food. So it was very involved, but a very good experience as well.
So it's the third staging of the Table Talk Food Awards here in Trinidad and Tobago. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's rain, but you know, as you noticed, play went on.
All right, 18 awardees tonight. Talk to me about the process of selecting each and every, you know, awardee.
Okay, well, as soon as the awards is finished, as it is right now, the judges will reconvene and start the process again. So it's not 2 weeks, it's not a month, it's a year-long process. Every judge, you know, they're divided up and everybody brings their strength to the table. Chef Bernard Long, for example, our chief judge, his job is to really focus on the excellence of delivery, quality of service, the consistency. If you're looking at the Chef of the Year, the Restaurant of the Year, these are the big awards. Best service, Chef of the Year, Restaurant of the Year. These are the big awards. Let's face it, after you win the award, people will flock. It's just like, you know, my daughter said it best in the thing. I mean, you know, at the end of the Oscars, you want to watch a movie because you say to yourself, oh, well, if that our movie picked up 10 Oscars, surely it's worth watching. The true test is now. So when you say take us through the process, this is the true test. When people here will tell their friends and they will go to the restaurant that was adjudged Restaurant of the Year. If it's not up to scratch, we'll hear about it. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of you know, deciding. I mean, just to move the list from, you know, hundreds to, you know, like 18 or 10 in the category, 12 in the category, 6 in the category takes a lot of, you know, it's a lot of hours negotiating, going back, getting feedback from other people until you're able to deliver. In terms of the Lifetime Achievement Award, you know, Scotiabank chooses, these are people, Matuk, these are people whose names resonate. Deborah Metivier. If you're in the industry, you know that this is the first female executive chef in Trinidad and Tobago. If not in the Caribbean, she was at the Hilton Hotel. She's started her own television show. She led the team, the culinary team, to I think 3 wins, 3 gold medals. I think it's 3, 2 or 3, right? This is the caterer who has catered on behalf of her country for Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. This is somebody whose name speaks to excellence. So it's a long process, it's hard, but at the end of the day, you feel good that you've actually managed to pull it off for the 3rd time.
Another fabulous staging of the Jamaica Observer Table Talk Food Awards here in Trinidad and Tobago. 18 awardees from Chef of the Year to Restaurant of the Year, and we look forward to another staging. I've been your host, Amita Prasad Webb, and you're watching Business Access TV, serious about business.